12 cards left. We have a 1 in 6 shot of drawing a Burst Lightning. Let it be there, though, just for the drama. All right, we got there. Do you have a counter? You probably do, but we're going to fire this off anyway. They didn't have it! Right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're getting into it with some heroes today. We're going to be on red and white, but we have some pretty fun little additions to this list that might make it work out. So starting at the top, we do have some Nick Fury. We can trigger this, but we're mostly playing it because it's a quality 2-1 for 1. We have some Requisition Raid to pump our team and to give us something to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. We have Burst Lightning, because damage is good when you're trying to be aggressive. A full set of Quicksilver, and I'm not sure how good this is going to be for us, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I do like the fact that we could play Quicksilver and then still have a 1-drop behind it, or maybe even have a Burst Lightning up, so that's kind of cool. We have Jennifer Walters, and again, we do have a way to actually flip this to the backside, which is nice. And Spectacular Spider-Man, so we can survive sweepers. There's a few copies of Hawkeye, so we can make things not block or deal direct damage if we need to. Some Lightning Helix for some extra damage. 1 copy of the Ooze. I would actually like 2 of these, especially playing on the ladder against all the Reanimator decks, but hopefully we can outrace them. But worst case scenario, this is a way that we can keep making creatures bigger, and that does have some value in here. Captain America, obviously if we can make this larger various ways, having first strike's really good, but also just not just protecting our team, but also ourselves, which is fantastic. But if we can make this Captain America Wings of Freedom larger, hence stuff like the Ooze, well, then we can actually make our team larger as well, and that could be pretty powerful. Monica Rambeau, just 2 copies. I do like the backside on this having hexproof, which is pretty strong. The front side is meh, but we can actually make use of that and it gives us a late game play. We're playing a full set of practice offense because if you're going to be aggressive, this is probably the best card that's been printed and who knows what for aggro decks. And then a couple of copies of Daredevil Man Without Fear. Not the biggest fan of this, but when I went looking, there's actually not that many heroes with haste, surprisingly, that are playable. There's like this, Wolverine, we're already playing the Quicksilver. I think the backside of a couple of them have haste, and that's kind of it. All the others aren't great. So we're going to rock with these and see what happens. Nothing crazy with our lands, but we are playing a couple copies of Avengers Tower and Starting Town, and a couple off with green lands so that we can actually flip those other heroes to the backside if necessary and activate Nick Fury. But yeah, like always, if you're going to be buying any cards, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. It's just DRAGN, and that'll save you 5% whatever you buy. So you save a little money, and you get to support the channel. We get to keep making videos. But for now, let's go see if heroes can beat up on the bad guys. Yeah, we'll keep it. I mean, why not? You know what? In a way, maybe this deck doesn't even really need Monica Rambeau. What we might need, believe it or not, is like the dragons or whatever, the haste dragons. Might be our best bet. But I don't really know. What we need right now is some removal spells. And we have none in hand. A road. That's mildly helpful, actually. I'm not mad at that. Now if I could just draw a Burst Lightning, because then we could cap plus Burst Lightning and then play Daredevil and get all the value next turn, and that would be great. And, you know, if wishes were fishes and all that good stuff. All right. We'll just do the thing. I'm going to take the action. Okay. We didn't really want a Nick Fury at this stage of the game anyway, so that's fine losing that. You don't love losing cards, but if it's gotta be, it's gotta be. All right. So we're going to take 2. If we play Monica Rambeau and then attack. Actually, maybe we just attack first and see how the opponent blocks. Or if they block. I kind of want Daredevil to miss here. Darn it, he hit. I was hoping if he missed, they might block and then we could Lightning Helix something. All right, so opponent goes to 7. At this point, do we just play a flyer? Because he'll attack for... This gives other heroes 3, 6. All right, so I guess we just Monica Rambo then. On the big side. All right. Since she has hexproof, they have to play a flying blocker or something. And then Lightning Helix means she's going to be at least 5. Plus 3 is more than 7. I mean... Alright. Sure. You get giant creatures, but they're on the ground. Give it lifelink? Nope. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, if you don't give it lifelink to go with the double strike, that's crazy. So they're going to go to 16 to 23. So we just block the Ouroboros. First strike kills it. Oh, no, they actually go to 15. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, we'd be close. All right, I guess that's what we do. Take 8. If we draw, I was about to say, some other spell, and there we go. All right, so we shoot the opponent. And then we put counters on everybody. Pump everybody. Does that get us there? No, that's only 13. Darn it. Oh, no, they're at 12 because we shot them for 3. Never mind. I forgot about the 3 damage we dealt. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, it was funny. For a second, I was still in my brain thinking they were at 15, but we had dealt with 3, so obviously had enough. So that was a pretty good top deck. Though we did actually have practice offense on top of the library. Okay, we go first, sure. Don't really know what's more important to play turn 2. Duress. Oh, put a practice offense in the yard so we get it cheaper. Thank you. Much appreciated, friend. I don't hate drawing that. Let's go with Hawkeye. Because as the hand stands, we could actually activate Hawkeye, play Jennifer Walters on the same turn. If Hawkeye survives. Opponent's doing Reanimator thingy things. That's fun to know. Then would we actually activate this for anything? I guess we'll just deal the 2 damage. I think that's the way to handle this. Let that go through. I mean, because they're not blocking. They also don't have anything to reanimate at the moment, so we're not totally worried about the Faithful. And we can target it at any time. Annex, sure. Well, it's a good thing we have a Requisition Raid. So we're going to go ahead and destroy an enchantment and put counters on everything. Oh, enchantment player. There we go. And at some point, we'll find more land, hopefully. All right. Now the question is, do we lose our board here? Because it looks like the type of deck that's probably playing some sweepers of some variety. We're going to need an untap play-in for Daredevil, please. Yep, there's the Day of Judgment, as we suspected. We did not get the untap play-in for Daredevil. Very sad for us. Duress? Sure, fine. I'm only going to get to fire one of them off anyway. All right, well now they have removal. They know we have 2 Daredevils. Ooh, Cap's really nice though, because that's a lot harder for them to deal with. Unless they have like Strategic Betrayal or something. Or I guess 2 spot removal cards. Since we're pretty bad at drawing our way out of trouble. All right, I hate doing this, but I feel like we kind of have to force the opponent to block. Otherwise, there's combinations of cards we just lose to that. And since they're at 8, this is lethal if they don't block. Whoa, opponent, what? Okay, I guess we just win then. The only thing I can think of is they just made a mistake not realizing this was double strike. But, all right. I mean, we're down. Didn't get our 4th land, and it was tapped, you know, until the last turn. But, hey, a win's a win. I'm going to keep it, but this feels like the hand we're not supposed to keep. We're playing an aggro deck, and we have no creatures, you know. We're kind of just hoping in some world that the removal spells matter till we get to our threats. All right. Well, that's already a bad sign. Our spells aren't going to do squat. So that sucks for us. Yeah, I'm just going to take the 2 just in case, so I have access to double red. All right. Yep, we took a gamble, and it looks like it backfired. Because this is likely some type of control situation where our burn spells are not going to be very good. Oh. We're playing 3 colors in Teamer. Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing here. I mean, see if you got a counter, I guess? I mean, next turn could just as well be ill-time explosions or whatnot. At least we have a 4th land for Daredevil. But I have no clue what we're up against. So you're going to make a wizard. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure. I'll take at least 1 point from a wizard first. I don't know if I want to fire off the burst lightning just yet. Like, I think we're far enough ahead that most of this won't matter. I mean, are we just dead to the loot here because we didn't have any aggressors? That's probably the case. If we play this, best case scenario, we get 5, 6, 7, 8. And they'd be at 9. We could give one of these double strike. Yeah, all right. I mean, we're probably just dead to some silly spell next turn anyway because of the loot. Oh, that doesn't help. We're even farther away. Yep, we assumed an ill-time explosion was coming somewhere. So that's not a shocker. Assuming they can just wipe out the whole board? No. Interesting. Burn spell to finish off Daredevil? There you go. That makes sense. All right, good luck, little buddy. I mean, run the mission, friend. With them having mana open, I'm not really looking to waste the practice offense. I'd rather get in what little damage we can. Yeah, he's gone. Sure. I mean, this is what should happen, right? We kept a hand with no aggression. And if we did, we probably would have been in pretty good shape. Now we're just going to be kind of up against it. Barring us finding maybe exactly a burst lightning. Might be our only out. Yep. All right, let's just see if we can rip a burst lightning, I guess. I'm not sure what else we're going to be able to do. And that's if they don't find a counter. Too bad we didn't find a way to destroy a loot. That would have been nice. Yep. Okay, well, here's hoping. And that doesn't feel good either. It feels like they probably have like a... Well, doesn't matter. We didn't find our card anyway, so irrelevant. Yep. I assume we're just dead, right? Because that's going to deal a point. The spell you get's going to deal a point. You got a third one. You're going to attack for 7. Yeah, all right. I have to assume so. Unless we somehow get magically lucky. Yep, those all go off. I mean, I guess the opponent could really slip up or something, like, but I don't see it. Because they have enough mana to just play enough spells to kill us. And they have a 10-10 behind. Yep. We take 7. My question is, are we dead skis? Spelunking, sure. Actually, let's just see. Do we have any? Ooh, only 1 burst lightning's gone. So technically, we could still draw one. All right, so we lose half. I think we lost another one there. There's still 2 live in the last few cards in the library. Oh, can we get there? If I just had a flying haster, a dragon would be great, but I don't. 12 cards left. We have a 1 in 6 shot of drawing a burst lightning. Oh, this is funny. They probably have a counter, though. Let it be there, though, just for the drama. All right, we got there. Do you have a counter? You probably do, but we're going to fire this off anyway. They didn't have it! Sure, yeah. We have something we can play every turn. This seems good. Let's play this tapped. If we're up against a red deck, minimal damage is always good. Quicksilver. Oh, impact trimmers. Hadn't seen that in a minute. I'm going to go Jennifer Walters, and then maybe we get to put counters on stuff and get rid of the impact trimmers. I'm assuming a token maker of some varieties. Nope, not yet. They just decided to off a creature instead. All right, I'm going to go with Monica Rambo. I don't know if they're just holding removal cards or not, but we'll see. There's your token maker. I was sort of wondering what it was. That was like step 1 in this whole thing. All right. Well, now that we know, secret's out. Target enchantments, target ourselves. Attack with just Monica Rambo. Another house squad heavy. All right. It's a thing that happens. Sure, we'll block with the first strike. And do we get to put this away, or do we risk dying next turn? So this makes it to a 5, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, all right. And we have prowess. That should do it. All right, cool. We'll take it. Let's mulligan this. Well, that didn't go according to plan, did it? I guess I'm going to put Monica Rambo back. All right, well, this hand's still playable. And we have a couple of turns to maybe draw our way out of trouble. A little bit of a pleasant surprise. So the opponent just passed. All right. I mean, they're still there. I guess they missed a land drop or something. But they kept a hand with... Oh, because we're doing graveyardy things, of course. That makes total sense. All right, so here's the thing. Under the circumstances, I think we're supposed to just play the Flying Captain America because it creates more damage, especially if we can make Hawkeye not make something not block. And then there's also a world where we could just like flash in a Spider-Man. I don't know. We'll see. The only thing they can get right now is Terror of the Peaks, and that's not that scary. But I'd assume they're going to get the Town Greeter and then flip stuff into the graveyard that way. No, they took Formidable Speaker. Well, I didn't find the land regardless, so none of this matters. So we can only attack for 2, decline our options. In the turn, play Spider-Man. But as long as they're only getting Terror of the Peaks, I think we're okay. So let's say they play their Formidable Speaker. We flash in Spider-Man. We could make the Speaker not block. Make them take 2. So our total turn would look like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Maybe at 5? I'm just thinking about, like, if this happens, how do we get past Speaker plus... Oh, now there's a Valgavoth. That's going to be the real problem. Well, I guess we'll only have a 4/4 Valgavoth, though. So that's not as scary. And we can make Valgavoth not block. So that's still a thing. Okay, so we'll probably just discard and draw, right? Discard a Spider-Man. So we'll pay twice. I was thinking about dealing the 2, but we're definitely going to make something not block. I'm just trying to decide, like, what are the combinations of, like, we're staring at a 4/4 Valgavoth. Opponent will be at 3, 4, 5, 6. They'll be at 6. If they block this next turn, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we just have to shoot the opponent for 2. Target a creature, can't block. Target opponent takes 2. All right. Oh, but even if I target Valgavoth, I have to get rid of something. Right? Yeah, 3 non-land permanents. So actually, that's not going to work. Oh, no. They took damage anyway, so we just get to shoot them with the Burst Lightning. So it's fine. That is zombified, but it didn't matter. All right, sure. If I'd have thought about that, putting them at 2 was obviously the right choice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was thinking with them being at 4 life, I didn't even think about the possibility of them taking damage from their own lands to put them at 2. So that should have figured into the math somewhere. But in my head, I think it was just going to be then attack, deal 2 to them before damage happens so they don't gain life. Just shoot them for the other 2. That's what it's going to come down to. Okay, sure. We'll try it. I mean, maybe there's a world where we get to flash in Spider-Man and then play Requisition Raid, and then it looks cool, right? Looks like we planned this awesome strategy. Well, we don't get to Requisition Raid. That's gone. Sounded good. We did get a 4th land, though, for Daredevil, so that's something, if the opportunity arises. Well, dead Spider-Man, huh? No, not a dead Spider-Man. What? Okay, tagging for 5. What did you keep, opponent? Are you just going to make a room this turn? Verdict Core. Well, that'll probably be bad for us at some point, huh? So, we can attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opponent's at 5. If we get lucky on Daredevil, we just get to kill them with the Burst Lightning. However, if their turn is Deadly Cover-Up and we don't do that, I guess we're just going to do it. This is YOLO, right? We're just going to have a hero on top. No, we're not. There's a land. Gosh dang it. All right. Well, we'll at least get that out the way. Oh, and there's another land on top. I was hoping maybe we could find one of our, like, lightning helixes or something. But, yeah, deadly cover-up, obviously incoming. All right, well, let's pass the turn. We have to find a burst lightning or a helix, or we lose. Pretty much. I could have been a little more crafty, saved the Daredevil, which I probably should have. But we knew we were taking a chance getting greedy. Or we could just top deck another Daredevil. That works too. So we have a few outs. That's not one of them, but it's also not terrible. Let's destroy an artifact and an enchantment. So... Verdict Core in this thing. Obviously, they could gain some life off the Maze Mind Tome in 2 turns, but whatever. This at least buys us time for a few more outs. Also, by destroying the Maze Mind Tome, if they were to find another room and just play that, they start gaining life again, and I'd rather just take the chance here. Opponent did not want to get... Oh, you know what? I ain't mad at it. I mean, you probably have an answer for our Quicksilver, but, you know. Try to attack. No way you're letting this happen, I'm sure. Requiting Hex, sure. Goner, you got it. In the turn. They're going to draw and not come after our Avengers Tower. Nice. Another Maze Mind Tome. We don't like that. Alright. Let's see what we find. Probably needs to be something... Well, not you, but we'll take you. Sadly, there was a Lightning Helix that we lost in the process. Pretty sure we're not going to get to keep this. All this comes down to just taking the greedy path, realistically. And we knew that going into it. So took a chance, and that's why we're going to lose this one. As we should, though. I mean, can't even really be mad, you know, when we did it to ourselves. I mean, there's no chance you have no removal for this guy, right? That would be crazy. Are they seriously just looking to draw because they don't have it? I mean, they'll get 4 life off of their Maze Mind Tome. Hedron Archive, okay. This looks like they may not actually have removal for our dude. And they might just be leaning on gaining the 4 life. Nope, they found it. Okay. Yep, they do have to pay the ward, which is fine. Alright. Nope, that's not it. There's a Daredevil. That doesn't really help us. Alright, scrying. The other weird part is, too, when they know you have the hasty guy, well, now they're going to play a certain way with that information. I almost kind of sort of want them to duress so we get a cheap practiced offense. But I don't know that they will. There's an Ugin. All right, so we didn't lose anything, but they will go to 10. Oh, wait. Are we going to win because we can give this double strike? Oh, no, it's only going to be 8. I mean, well, I don't know. If they have the right spot removal, we lose anyway, so it is what it is, I guess. Oh, and we know what's on top. It's not going to get there. Damn. That sucks. All right, well, we'll do the thing. Sure. Oh, that's terrible when you know the card that's on top. That's brutal. But, if we don't take the card, they go to 2, and then we get to deal 4? But then Ugin puts them to 5. So it still doesn't achieve what we want. Oh, man. All right. It just kind of has to be what it is. There's still a lightning helix on top. Man, if there'd have been a hero on top, that would have just been all we needed. So brutal. So brutal. Well, all of this is because of just a greedy decision. Lesson? Don't be greedy, kids. Because now we need them to not have a removal, not have a sweeper. Exactly, not have an artifact. So, like, yeah, there was no way. All right, we're just dead now. Because we know what's on top. We're not going to be able to do enough damage to get ahead at this point. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything. I mean, the only way is in the event that, like, I don't know, I guess they could draw terribly, but, I mean, they're going to gain 4 more life, 3 more life. Yeah, there's really no way, right? Annex, sure. I mean, they will deal some damage to themselves. Oh, no, they're just making a demon. Okay, fair enough. Oh, yeah, they had plenty of... Yeah, they didn't have to worry about that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're not going to come out of that. Cool, we can move on. Mulligan. This one should be a mulligan. But we're going to keep it. And hope we're choosing correctly. Oh, wait. I should have mulliganed this. We can't even cast the Spider-Man, sadly. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. We're just going to draw a white land here, though, right? Okay, we did, but the monkey's paw curled on me. It's tapped. Sure. Oh, there we go. A little bit late. Usually, I was going to say, this is where we see a room, but that was not the case. Let's go ahead and off you. And then we'll just flash in the Spider-Man. Starting town, late to the party. Let's go attacking. Yeah, we'll take the action just to get that off the library. All right, let's see what type of removal they're rocking. Nope, shoot the sheriff. We'll deal with that. You know what? Let's go ahead and get in there with this Restless Bivouac. Because we're not worried about the Spider-Man dying because we have a replacement Spider-Man. So this just makes the most sense. Yep. Because if we're doing nothing else, just keep getting in there for damage with this land. Put a counter. All right. 2 more attack steps and we're there. But my guess is they have more removal. Maseo, sure. What if... Well, you only have a Maseo to get back from the yard, so we're not even worried about that. If we attack, you block. I could still flash in Spider-Man. Nah, let's do this. And pass the turn. Delian fell. Sure. So they target. They pay the ward. We make our stuff hexproof and indestructible. This is interesting now. So we Quicksilver. Go ahead and make this a little spicy. And attack the opponent, putting a counter on Quicksilver? No, we don't even need to. Well, maybe we do, because they're going to block Captain America, right? And if we put a counter on Cap, it makes everything else bigger, but they're going to chump block 1 anyway. And Cap being 2 power doesn't do enough. Or, I mean, 2 toughness doesn't do enough. Alright. Yeah, okay. We're going to get our board swept. Fair enough. Opponent will be at 8. Though we can get rid of Deli and Fell, I'm pretty sure. But we'd only be attacking for 4, 5. So, like, yeah, it's not going to be enough. Okay. Well, that's disappointing because I would like to play the other Cap. But if this is our shot to get rid of Deli and Fell, we kind of have to. Though they could always have another one.
These are the answers I need.
In the turn. Don't want to waste the requisition raid either, because they could still have a room or something that we want to play. So if you want to waste 2 removal spells on Captain America, go ahead. All you. Ouroboros? Yeah. Fortunately, both of our creatures will be large enough to survive an Ouroboros. We don't even have to waste a requisition raid. So let's not. Because we can just put our counter on Cap and Cap first strikes. Alright. Alright, opponent set 4. That destroys it. So shield gone. Yep, that'll do it. All right, let's keep it. All patch recruits. Yep. We know what we're in for. Yep. I don't even think we attempt to play anything here. I think we just try to play defense for the time being. And we're probably going to have to do something where... Yeah, exactly. Do they have a protective spell for Michelangelo? They do not. That's good news for us. Unfortunately, that will make the recruits too large for us to deal with in future turns. But I guess that's a problem for future us to deal with. Alright, what's our options? Ouroboros, sure. No blocks. Alright, cool. Game over. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I say let's do it like this hand was great. We still need more lands, but for now, let's do it. Tragic trajectory. Okay, well. Alright, deck, we've kind of waded through the parts of no land. This is where we need back-to-back lands. Preferably untapped ones would be great. Because without them, this is going to be a bit of a struggle. And getting Captain America against the black decks is so, so good. Arguably the best card in the deck. Alright, well, that's something, I suppose. In the turn. Nowhere to run? Sure. You got it. I see they also missed land. And unfortunately, our third land showed up late tapped. Now we're playing the weird game of, like, we know each other's hands. Also, what's with all the black decks at this stage? I'm gonna get rid of Lightning Helix. I think I'm down with that. Alright, let's get rid of Negotiations. And I'm just gonna Captain America. Go ahead and put this on there, because there's no loss when you have the ooze, because he dies, we just get another ooze token back. Could have another nowhere to run. Nope, we're just going to shoot the sheriff. Make it easier to kill him next time. All right, well, here we go. Yep, we will definitely remove that land off the top. Oh, Daredevil's kind of nice. Or the, what did I say Daredevil for? Quicksilver. Because we can just put counters on them. All right, well, that works. Yeah, overall, I don't mind this deck realistically. It actually does some really cool things. One thing, though, I did notice about the heroes in this set is they don't have many with haste. And you have almost very few with evasion that are cost effective, right? When we're talking about like menace or flying, something like that makes them hard to punch through, because you sort of need that in this deck, right? Of a way to just come over the top and get that finishing damage, which is why we can't really cut like Monica Rambeau, because we just need that at the end of the game, right? Same reason you need the other, Wings of Freedom cap, because you got to be able to come over the top and get that extra damage. I am going to cut one Burst Lightning, though, and one Lightning Helix. And I might even just cut the Ooze. While that is a thing we love to have against the graveyard decks, it might just be a case of we just have to say, hey, if you run into those matchups, tough life, we just got to do what we can. Maybe we try to burn them out. But I think I want to go with Get Lost as another way to deal with enchantments, but also being able to get rid of larger creatures. Right, we need something. Honestly, with all the control decks playing either loot or the tablet, it would be great to destroy artifacts. But the problem is, I don't know if there's anything that can destroy artifacts and be a spot removal for a creature. And that's really what we would need, because we don't want to destroy all things and artifacts. That's not any good, right? We can get like Cathar Commando, which is fine. It's not really a hero or anything. It wouldn't get other bonuses, but probably okay. I mean, we could play another Requisition Raid, which is reasonable. I don't think that would be crazy. But just having that other option to especially help our first strikers out is pretty good. The other thing, though, is I would like to have another Captain America. So I would say, if you're missing any of these other cards, feel free to play another Captain America Super Soldier, because this card single-handedly wins a lot of games, right? Against mono red, it's tough because they can't shoot your creatures or shoot you. So then you're able to just first strike some stuff down. It makes it easier to set up a practiced offense, which is also very important. So yeah, I'm going to leave the list like this up over on Moxfield for you. But in reality, if you have the other Captain America Super Soldier, I would go ahead and find a room for it, because I think it's actually that good. But yeah, overall, fun stuff. And this is probably one of the few ways I've seen to play heroes. I might try one later that maybe tries to play Black Widow or something, because I think that could be fun too, with it having menace and giving you access to your opponent's cards. But for now, this is the one that's going to be up there. And that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.